So the question that we have is, do you feel blah ever? And I think that we all experience moments of blah. And so while we are starting this class tonight, I'm very excited for this topic because we are going to be talking about going from blah to bliss and some of those amazing things that we can do that make a difference. And they're simple things, they're little things. And so we're going to have so much fun talking about this today. I'm Jared Jarvis. I'm here today with Renee Broman and Leanne Mason. Both these two amazing women have put together some fantastic resources for you.
You muted yourself, Jared.
Nope, he didn't. Do, do.
I'm not sure why I got muted.
And you're
It's all
back.
good. I just saw it all of a sudden go mute, and I'm like, whoop. And then I tried to
Yeah.
unmute, but it's all right. We're just going to keep going. Class is always fun. We never know we're going to have technical difficulties. Game on.
Game on.
Mid-sentence,
So,
Jared. We're going to have some fun.
We are excited to be here. This is a fun topic, and I'll tell you what, we all have those blahs. We all have those moments, and the part of the beauty of what we do is that we get to face them together. And so, Renee, take it away for us.
Well, I want to remind everybody that we're not doctors. We cannot diagnose or treat. We are educators. We're here to share information with you, to educate you, and to help you get out of the winter blahs. Because I don't know if you noticed, I'm cold. I'm in my basement. It's cold down here. It's cold outside. It's in the negatives. It's a little blah. But I'm so excited for class tonight. And I think Leanne has a little something for us to get us started.
I do. So I'm just going to share my screen to get us started. One way to shake off the blahs is to put some music on and move.
This is one of my favorites.
And again, technical difficulties, my play button went away. If that is not your groove.
But groove is in the heart.
Exactly. But if that is not your groove, that's okay. All you have to do is put on, oh, see, again, technical difficulties. It's going to play by itself. If all you do is put on whatever music uplifts you, because music speaks differently to everyone. But in this week, I saw some science coming out about how dance has been shown to be more effective than some over-the-counter or prescriptions that help with some of these feelings of depression, feelings of anxiety, feelings of blah, right? So my first blog, it was just because I got so excited. So I'll drop in the chat. It's how dance moves emotion. So dance moves our emotion. And just like you saw, we were sitting down. You don't have to be up and moving everything. You don't need a large space. You can dance in your furniture, around your furniture, tap your toes, raise your feet, get the blood moving. That one, you got to move a little bit more of your body, Miss Renee. I saw that move. So when we think of blahs, we want to kind of think of what some of the root cause is. Now, one of the biggest things that happens in the winter is, like Renee said, it's cold, right? And so we don't get outside as much because it's cold. Not only that, in many places, not necessarily where Jared is, but everywhere else, we have less sunlight during the day, and the sun we get is muted, right? The earth is tilted away from the sun versus towards the sun. So we're not getting the same exposure. Vitamin D comes from the sun and affects our mood. So that is one of the things, if you struggle, checking with your doctor on your vitamin D levels. but getting a good source of vitamin D is key. So there's lots of great information on how dance influences mood in the blog. One of the things that I want to point out is the simplicity of it. Put your favorite oil either on your body or in a diffuser, and in there is some options for diffuser blends. There is the Cleanse and Uplift, which has 2 drops of arbor vitae, 1 drop of Purify, and 3 drops of lemon. And that can energetically change the atmosphere of the room.
And Leanne dropped out. Again, you gotta love Zoom as we're trying to do this, and we're trying to do this live. So Leanne is talking about different citrus or different blends that are great. And I think she's back.
Oh, crazy, because you guys were still moving for me and I could hear everything that was going on. So it's just one of those technology days
and there
today.
she goes again. All right, guys, you know what? I'm just going to take over for a little bit. So we talked a little bit about movement and the importance of movement. And one of the things that does happen in the winter is so during the winter, fun fact about Minnesota winters, if it is sunny outside, you have to beware because that is usually the bitter, bitter cold days. So we want to make sure we're doing things to up our serotonin, up our dopamine. We need to check our melatonin levels and our vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is super, super important. If you don't have vitamin D, you do not have that foundation for all the rest of your hormones. All right. And then essential oils. She started to cover citrus oils are super uplifting and they're just happy and bright and remind us of summer. And there's so many emotional aspects of it, which our favorite book is the Essential Emotions book, which I have mine in the other room. But there we go. Leanne has her Essential Emotions book. Being able to look in there and like dig deep into what you're actually feeling and then find the essential oil that works for you. Adaptive. The adaptive blend is phenomenal for helping your brain adapt to whatever's coming at it. Now, most people like it straight up how it is. I like to add tangerine or even mixing citrus bliss with adaptive. But I'm a citrus girl, so I like a little bit more citrus in all of my things. Balance. Balance is grounding. It is also balance and lime together is one of the best blends for grounding and uplifting. It's like this beautiful emotional stretch that happens when you're using balance and lime together. And then frankincense. If all else fails, if you have no other oils, the one oil that you always should have is frankincense. It's grounding, it's inspiring, it is your connection to the divine, right? The male divine. So it also helps with inflammation and all sorts of other things. So when in doubt, pull Frank out and use frankincense. Other things that are really important for wellness is supporting yourself with supplements. I started vitamin D. Most of us do not have enough vitamin D. First off, most places don't have enough sunshine. If you're using a lot of sunblock, you're blocking that vitamin D coming in, and we can't get enough through the sun. We're not getting enough from our food, and so most of us need to supplement. You should be using between 5,000 to 10,000 IUs daily. And I'm not a doctor. This is just something I got from a doctor. That when we get our vitamin D level into the proper levels, then we can produce our hormones the way that they should be produced. Omega-3s, super important for brain health and it helps with reducing inflammation. Magnesium. So many people are magnesium deficient, and so it affects your sleep. It affects how your body heals while you're sleeping. Other things, a good probiotic. You got to keep your gut health happy. Otherwise, the rest of you isn't happy. And when you are really, really in those winter blahs, Serenity, the Serenity soft gels, there are studies done that it has the proper amount of lavender, that it has been shown in studies to work more effectively than some of the
Chemicals.
chemicals. Thank you. I was like, how do I say this? Some of the chemicals that you might be given to adjust your chemical levels in your brain. There we go. And the Serenity soft gels and the adaptive soft gels together make a beautiful powerhouse for helping to release or stop those intrusive thoughts that might be happening and help you to be happier. Look at you smirking over there, Leanne.
Sorry. Just some things came to mind, right? As we're talking about this, is as we are finding those blahs, what are those things that then bring you joy? Right?
So that's the thing. When we focus on the blahs, all we get are the blahs.
Mm-hmm.
When we start focusing on the things that make us happy. Couple minutes ago, before we started this recording, we were starting our class and we actually had some really unfortunate thing happen, which we've had happen, where somebody comes on and pranks us in a nasty way. Right? We're gonna say it's a prank. But it brings your soul down when somebody's doing something inappropriate in front of you without permission.
Yeah. So what made me start to giggle was I looked at birch keeps coming to mind, and birch is the oil of support, right? And so when we're feeling that blah, so I just kind of, as I was reading it, just kind of got that smile, right? Of what brings us joy instead, what helps us feel is supported. Birch reconnects the soul to experiences of being supported. And that, so the giggle is what brings me joy is learning something new, right?
Oh, that's a good giggle. I was going to say one of the things that made me happy is Jared grabbed his grandson and brought him on so we could get some baby smiles. And that was just a really good way to get out of the blahs. Birch is just yummy smelling, by the way, guys. And bringing these oils in and finding that happy moment, that bringing joy in when things are so hard sometimes. There's a lot of hardships going on. There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on out there. There's a lot of social media warfare. I live in Minneapolis, guys. Like there's so much anger in the city. I stay out of the city. I'm in the suburbs, thankfully. But this area is just rife with strife. And
Yeah.
so you have to look for those happy things. You have to look for the good things. Like right now, I have somebody, it's bitter, bitter cold. And she said, yeah, I can't even complain about it because I prayed for this so that people would stop like rioting in the city because it's too cold for it.
Oh, interesting. See, isn't that interesting? Is finding the good in a bad situation as well is
Mhm.
key in that blah to bliss, right? The other thing is as I thought about birch was if you mix birch with citrus bliss or wintergreen with citrus bliss, it smells like homemade root beer.
It's really good.
Now, you can't help but have, well, maybe you can. For me, I can't help but have good childhood memories of my grandpa at family reunions making that homemade root beer with the dry ice, right?
I remember like a picnic, going to a picnic when I was younger and having that dry ice root beer. And you're right, it's that happy smell. Or another happy smell is Douglas fir and cinnamon in the diffuser. It smells like apple pie.
Mm.
Like it's just this happy. So finding finding those good smells for one, which is why the oils are absolutely amazing. And remember, when we're talking essential oils, we are only talking about doTERRA. They are the only ones that we suggest because of quality, purity, potency, everything. So please don't go buy cheap oils and expect that you're going to have the same experience, because you're not. And we are here and happy to help you find that. So if you're watching the video or if you're joining us here live, message us, let us know, and we will definitely help you get the good oils.
So
All right.
we wanted to keep this class kind of short, but I had one thing that I really wanted to do with everybody. Studies are also showing that it's more about what you want to feel than what you want. So I want you to think of how you want to feel. And if you have the ability to get a piece of paper, I just want you to kind of brainstorm. What does it feel like when you are happy? Now, that's going to sound a little weird, right? Find different words to express what it feels like. What does it look like? What do you hear? What do you smell? Even what do you taste? What is that thing that just, that smell or that taste that brings you joy? What else can you see? And I can see Jared's bringing up his grandson. What do you see that brings you joy? What do you hear? Is it a friend talking on the phone? Is it, and if you can involve all of your senses, you can immediately shift from that blah and heaviness into bliss, into gratitude, into joy. But it takes practice. It takes intention. So, Renee, I want you to share, and then Jared, if you can, what, in thinking about what I just shared, how does that affect, just even in this moment, in the last 3 minutes, as I shared that, what showed up for you?
Well, as you started talking, I started thinking about the last couple days I've had my daughter over here, and she's been learning to sew. And so I've been helping her with that with my grandbabies, and like just being able to help holding a cranky grandbaby even. Like it was just joyful. And then also the boys have certain things that they do when they come over. And the first thing they do is they run to Pappy's office and they knock on the door because they know he has treats, either to eat or Legos. So they're always like, Pappy, what do you have for us? Right? So like just creating those memories with them. And then of course they always ask for apple chips because he makes dried apple chips for them. And just that joy of having these little ones around, and there's food involved and there's activities, and it just feels good.
Awesome. Jared.
Okay, so I tend to see the world through a couple different lenses, and one of those lenses that I absolutely love is music. And immediately my brain went to one of my favorite songs, and the lyrics say, "Gray skies are going to clear up, put on a happy face." And I really just I remember and I think about 100% of those days that I thought were going to destroy me, I've lived through. And there is nothing that's going to happen that I can't live through and move beyond and move through and finding those happy things, finding those moments that bring us bliss, bring us to where we're feeling and thinking and perceiving things the way that we want to, and I think that's a positive thing. So when I'm in a dark place, I put on my oils, I put a little bit of citrus bliss or wild orange in my hair, I put on some happy music. I make sure that my thoughts and my actions are things that are going to be reflective of the life that I'm wanting to live. of the things that I want to do, the ways that I want to contribute, the gifts that I want to give. And I find that the more I focus on that, the more opportunities I have to do that. And truly, it brings me happiness being in that place. And just at the right moment, Char walks in, and Callum and my grandson sees me, and he instantly wants me. And I'll tell you what, there's no feeling like that feeling of knowing that you are somebody's world, and I get to be his world too. And it's fun. It's fun doing what we do. It's fun being able to make a difference and see the ways that we're choosing to live deliberately impacts those around us.
I
You
love
know,
that.
a funny story? That song is from Bye Bye Birdie, and I was in that musical in high school. And as soon as you said that, I just remember I was in this, I had like this trench coat with this business suit, and like I can remember some of those dance moves. That's how those happy memories and the music and it all combines.
That's awesome. Now, there is nothing wrong if you need additional support and additional help. The key is you're not in it alone. You don't have to do it alone. So reach out, find a support system, whether it be from a trusted friend or a counselor or a mentor or a coach or a doctor. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay. What's not okay is to stay in that place alone. So I have dropped all of our resources in the chat. So make sure you save the chat by clicking the 3 dots above the chat so that you can save those resources on your computer and get to them. And thank you for joining us. And we're going to stop the recording so that those who are here live can ask questions if they want.
This is when the party starts.